Your first line of help when you're in a crisis, but for years now, Richmond has struggled to fill 911 operator positions. Today, the city made some headway in tackling that problem. 8 News reporter Sierra Krug joins us live in Richmond with more on how. Sierra.
That's right, Deanna. The largest class of new operators in 7 years graduated from training today. That's 13 more people able to answer those critical, life-saving 911 calls.
Officials say Richmond is one of the busiest cities in the Commonwealth when it comes to 911 calls. Each individual dispatcher can receive around 50 calls a day. Stephen Willoughby, Richmond's Director of Emergency Communications, Preparedness and Response, explains when there are more calls coming in than there are staffers.
You get a recording that all operators are busy.
That's the last thing someone wants to hear when they're in crisis. In 2022 alone, the city dispatched 298,665 calls for service. Willoughby says that's a large number for Richmond's size.
They're the first line for help.
The COVID-19 pandemic hit the public safety sector particularly hard in 2020. But today, the largest class of new operators in 7 years graduated their training program. Tish Jarvis is one of those 13 graduates.
I love the help, and I think it was really interesting to see what actually goes on in the city.
To attract more help, the department raised the operator salary by 15% and expedited the training process.
We probably was a little stressed at first, but it was well worth it.
It's about being able to visualize the person behind each call.
Just can't pull anyone off the street in order to answer 911 calls. These have to be very unique individuals that have a passion for this.
The department wants to have 85 operators in action. This recent class brings the total to 56. So there's still a ways to go before the team can reach their pre-pandemic security. But Jarvis hopes she and her peers can still help make a difference.
I mean, we can really help out with response time.
The department is still actively looking to fill 28 vacancies. The applications for their next training session in July open next week. We have those links for you at WRIC.com. For now, live in Richmond, Sierra Krug, 8 News.
Sierra,